Hey, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the Poooliprint. So this is a nifty little pocket printer which has no inks to replace. It's all done with heat. Now I did receive a copy of it for free in exchange for doing this review, but as always I'm going to say what I think regardless of whether I received the product for free or not. I do have a detailed pros and cons list which will be in the blog post, which will be linked down below. So you can use this for decorative planning. You could print out some photos off the internet if you want to do like a mood board or like a travel journal, or you could print your own pictures. You can print pretty much any image. I've also got one off the internet here. You can also print images that you've created. So I went into Photoshop and I created a checklist template which I have printed onto all the different colored label paper. If you want to do color-coded lists, I've also created some within the app like this, where I've got little divider lines that I can put in my weekly spread. I have sent some digital paper templates to myself on my email. Then you open it in the app and then print it. So this is going to make little mini washi tape. I'm going to cut it up into little strips. I'm going to do a Christmas spread with this cute little Christmas tree that I found on the internet. Also did some days of the week. So you can use it for a whole bunch of different things. They do have some templates within the app that sort of look like this, which is more like the creative decorative style, and I'm just very much functional, so I haven't really used those, to be honest. You could also print clip art if you wanted to. I made a little mini monthly calendar in Excel and then emailed it to myself and printed it out. So these are all printed on label paper, so you can just peel and stick it off and put it in your journal to stick it straight in. There is also just white paper if you wanted to get like some washi tape and stick it in that way instead, or a glue stick. And then there's also the colored label paper as well that just come on these little rolls that you can put into the little printer. It's about 5 centimeters wide each roll, so just keep that in mind. As you can see here when it comes out. So if you wanted to do something that was longer, like a habit tracker, they do have a function within the app where you can just like rotate it. So there is lots and lots of options for using this little printer. So how it works, you find an image that you like, or you create something within the app. It's all done on an app on your phone, which is free. You don't have to purchase the product to get access to the app. You can download and have a go with it now if you wanted to. So I'm going to show you how the app works. I'm going to print some labels, and then in the blog post, which will be linked down below, I'll show you how I've used some of these stickers, which I've just shown here within my planner. So let's just clear some space. Okay, so I've got my phone here. Yes, my case is really old. I'm waiting for the new iPhone so I can upgrade. Okay, so this is the giant on button for the machine. I've already turned it on. It comes in different colors. I opted for the green. Really the only thing different is this little big thing, which is just magnetic. More so for decoration. You can just remove it, which I have actually. It doesn't really serve a purpose. And then the paper comes out, or the label paper, whatever you put, comes out of here. If you want to reload it, you can just remove the top here. I'm not going to do it because I'm filming this one-handed. I will say that that is one of the cons, I think. It is quite fiddly to change out the rolls. So if you're going to print a lot of things, print everything that you want, like on the pink label paper in one go, and then change over to the next color roll. So I've made this little habit tracker template, and I've opened it up in the app. Now I'm going to hit the print button. Now it's coming out quite small. You can see it tells you how much label paper you're going to use, so it reckons about 3 centimeters or 30 mils. So I just need to rotate this around. So let's go back and let's hit rotate. I'm going to flip it around and hit OK. We'll tick the tick button. It wants to work. And then I will hit the print button again. You can see now it's 15 centimeters, so that's much bigger. And then we can go print, and then it's already connected up with my phone. We can see it's printing now. Sorry, I know it would be more ideal if I had something to hold my camera, but I'm actually just holding it in my hand while it's printing. It's not very noisy, which is good. Printing out now, and you can print this on, you could print this on colored paper if you want to. Just keep in mind, if you're going to do that, you will need to use a PNG file which has a transparent background to make sure that you do retain that colored background. Keeps printing. This one's taking a while because it is so big, a lot bigger than all the other stuff that I printed. It has these little serrated edges where the label paper comes out to help you tear it off. I have found that it can be a bit touchy, so let's show you one of these other ones. Like the corner here, when I ripped it, did shred a bit. So I've actually just been using my scissors to trim the end. So I'll just leave that on there for now because I can't trim it off one-handed. So that is what it looks like. I've got a little habit tracker now. and I can just peel and stick that and put it in my planner. Once you have used an image and sent it to the printer, it will save it in the app so you can print it again later if you want to. You can also do a few things within the app, so if you want to do some notes and lists. So these are some of the pre-created little images. They've got like all these little animal graphics and just random stuff on them. I'm not really into that. It needs to be functional for me, hence why I went and used that one to create this sticker here. So I'll just show you how to create that if you wanted to do something within the app rather than making it and then sending it to yourself and printing it. So I've got this one here, and then you can type something. So let's just go like task 1. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, which is a bit awkward. So you can do that, done, and then it will list them all out for you, and it will make it as long as it needs to be. So if you've got 20 tasks on there, like it'll keep making it longer. I only went with 3, so as you can see, it's a bit shorter. Okay, let's try something else. Let's go to-do list. And it comes up with these little checklists. So some days of the week, animals there for you. And there's that one again that I used. Let's go with something else. Let's go with this one. Okay, so then if you click in there, we can go edit list, and it'll give you a whole bunch of sections where you can add some tasks. So let's say my first task is film, video. No, this must be really painful to watch because I'm doing it one-handed. And then we're going to take photos for this review. I won't do a whole big list because it's probably really slow watching me do this. Just autocorrect and hit done. And then we're going to hit OK. Oh, okay, yep. And then we can print it. Print button. It'll show you a preview, give you that length again. I really like that it tells you how much label paper you're going to use. And then you can hit print. And then because I didn't tear off the habit tracker, it's just going to continue printing it on that same length. Keep going. If you wanted to print an image, I have just found that emailing it to myself, and then you can click the little 3 dots that will come up. I've got all screenshots and everything. I just don't want to do it while I'm filming because I've got obviously personal emails and stuff on there. But you can email it to yourself, and then you just copy it over into the Poooliprint app, and then you can print images that way. And then you can also print documents. So if you've got a PDF file, you can print that. It doesn't only have to be in JPEG. It does have a scan function. To be honest, I haven't tried it yet. And you can also find images online, but I prefer to just email it to myself and then print it. If you want to print a photo from your camera roll, it will automatically access your camera roll for you once you hit the print photo. Again, I don't want to do that because obviously I've got personal photos on there. But if you click that, then you can print straight from your phone. The reason I email it to myself is if I haven't like created it, for example, like the Christmas tree, I've just emailed that to myself. So those are some of the things that I have been using it for. The good thing about using the white label paper, which is what I would recommend that you get if you did want to get one of these printers, is that you can add your color afterwards. So you could now color this in. Bit awkward. So you could highlight that. The ink doesn't smear at all. You can still use a highlighter over the top and it's fine. You could add some color and color code things. You could add a border around your days of the week. You could do divider strips for, I'm going to use it for like a vertical planner with these. As I'll show you how I made that one because I did that in the app. So let's go print notes. And then you can choose vertical or horizontal. So if you use horizontal, I would use that for this because it's going to be longer words. And then if you're going to do smaller stuff like this, you would just go use vertical. So let's do that now. And then you can just start typing. They do have some other little like text bubbles and things, but I don't really like it. It makes the letters gappy, and again, it's more decorative and I just want functional. There are some sticker things in here that they've got with different characters on it. Again, that's more decorative though, and functional. You can draw. I haven't tried it yet, but I know that I can't draw, so I imagine it's going to end quite badly, so I've just stuck with the text. So I prefer to use, I've found that size 38, so if you left click and drag, I'm thinking I'm on my computer. If you take your finger and you press down and drag, then you can make it whatever font size you want. I'll make it bigger. And then you can change the font style. There is only a few fonts to choose from though. So if you had, like on a computer, you would normally have different fonts to choose from. Not the case. This app only has these fonts that you can see here. Let's go with yeah, Lobster. That one's more cursive font. The others are mainly block fonts like this that you've seen me use already. There's not, unfortunately, a really nice cursive font. I was hoping that there would be one where you could do headings that make it look like you've done calligraphy, because I just can't do calligraphy. But cursive font looks really good, so you can kind of like fake it that way and make some heading stickers. Like maybe you want to put like January nice cursive font and add that to your monthly spread. So I think some cursive fonts would be really good if they added those. Let's just make some titles. Let's go meals. And if you want to save label paper and you know you're going to cut these, you can just do some spaces. I don't know why it adds a dot. And then we'll go to do. You can do a new line. Let's do some dividers. Let's just do some dashes. Oops. And then you could cut these up to divide up your day, either vertically or horizontally if you wanted to divide a horizontal planner into 2 sections. There is also little symbols on your phone like this, and then do a space, and let's go Monday. And I can do the reverse. I'm gonna run out of room though, so just shrink that down a bit. Space. And let's go with this one. And then if you want to center it, there is unfortunately no center button, so I usually just hit the space bar until it goes into the middle. And that'll do. Let's go with the print symbol. We'll generate it for you. So it's telling me I'm going to use 49mm. Now don't be alarmed that it's showing all this white space down below. It's not actually going to print that, it's just going to print where you've written text. It's just because that's the size of your phone screen. Let's hit print. You can see it coming out now. There we go. So pretty true to the app. I mean, that's pretty close. Looks good to me. One other thing I will just point out, the ink printing. So this one's pretty good. It's not really too many like speckles in it, but some of the earlier ones that I did have some speckles showing. So this was on label paper, this one here, and this one is just on normal paper that have a little paper roll. So you can see there is a bit of a difference. There is some more like speckles in amongst the black on that top one, and it's a bit more clearer down the bottom, but it's still showing. It's not perfectly like black ink like you would get from a printer. There are still some, I guess, like minor imperfections, but it's instant, so it's like, well, do you want to wait for your printer and fiddle around with that, or just want to print it on your pocket printer? This one was pretty accurate. There wasn't too many white dots in amongst there, and this printed really well too. So I think if you do bigger things, it comes out a bit more clearer. Like my habit tracker that I did it before, you can see it's pretty clear. And if you printed this out, you could then just get some highlighter and highlight over that if you wanted to avoid having the little speckles in amongst the black, like what happened here. And then for some of the colors, I'll just show you quickly. So this one was orange, the light pink, and it's all from the Poooliprint website. I don't believe it's available on Amazon or elsewhere. There were some minor misprints. As you can see, it missed a gap there. Love this pink. And the pretty purple. And then the blue. So that is it for my review. My overall thoughts, I like it. I can see how it can be quite handy. I like how quick it is. It's quiet. There's no ink changing. It is a bit fiddly to change the ink rolls. You have to take the top part of the lid off and then feed in the ink roll, and make sure that you feed it so that the part you want to print on is face up. So if you wanted to print on pink, you need to see this side. You don't want to see this back side. You have to load it in like this, and then that's how it will come out, as you've probably seen with me printing a few. So I like it. I'm not sure if I would use this long term. I don't think it's something I would use every single week. Something good to mix it up and do some different things. I like how quickly it is to print labels. If it had more variety of font styles, I think I would love it more, because one of the main things that I use are these days of the week stickers. So if I could print a whole bunch of them in a whole ton of different fonts, I would definitely use it for that, probably the most. I'll probably use that the most, and the checklists are really good too. If there was a way to add some color printing, that would be fantastic. Black and white is good, but obviously color gives you more options. So I like it, it's good. Probably wouldn't use it every week. If you're into creative planning and you want to use photos and images, then I can definitely see how you would really like using this little printer. So I'll have all those links down below if you wanted to have some more information and see how I've used these stickers in some planning spreads as well. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.